Hi guys, Everyday Knife Guy here with an EDC Pocket and Gear Dump for month of December 2015, last one of the year. And yeah, a couple of changes in this, nothing too major, but hopefully next year we're going to see some new items come in a number of different areas represented here. So without further ado, let's get into this and see what's mostly been in my pockets and on my person this month. And I say this every time, but just so everyone's clear, this isn't on me all the time. I'm not The Rock. I can't carry that much gear, so some of this or most of it is on me at all times. That's kind of how I work. Wallet, same leather bifold as the last couple of videos. As you can see, capacity has been reached and is slightly overflowing now, so need to make a decision about that. Probably pick up something new fairly soon. Keys, still going with the same pocket dangler key hook style with this Night Eyes key rack. Basically key ring that basically hangs on the side of the pocket of my jeans, clips on like that inside my pocket, because outside would just look ridiculous, wouldn't it? So it's inside the pocket of my jeans. Let's make that clear. On here at the moment I've got a little quick deploy paracord fob, my own design. You can find that in my paracord playlist. My Key Smart titanium with all my house keys, and I actually threw this to someone quite some distance down the street recently. I completely missed them altogether. They were supposed to catch it because they were heading back to my house. They completely missed it and hit the road pretty hard and very little damage. So I was quite pleased with that. There's a bit of extra scuffing on there, but that's pretty tough. So that's good. EDC flashlight is still ThruNite TI3, has been for a long time, and this is probably the next thing that's going to change in my rotation because I'm hankering for something new. And you know how it is with gear. Do I need a new flashlight? Well, absolutely not, because I have, 3 or 4 similar and not too much bigger flashlights which work perfectly well. But I've decided I need a new one, so I'm probably going to have to buy a new one, obviously. On the same S-Biner as that, I have Victorinox Rambler. Lovely yellow scales are getting a little bit beat up and a little bit scuffed. You can see they're getting kind of black just from being carried alongside and rubbing against that flashlight. So that's been kind of my primary small Victorinox in the last month. In addition to that, I'm still carrying this little blue Alox Classic, just because it's so pretty, really. Just love the look of that. Classic, obviously a lot less functional than the Rambler that I have on here, but what's functional when you have a cool looking knife. So next on there we have little Nice Eyes doohickey tool, just cap lifter, pry bar, and it's still got my little charging cable, mini charging cable on there for my phone, which I just realized isn't represented on here because I'm filming with it. That's Samsung Galaxy S5, before I forget to mention that. And yeah, they say this video's been filmed on that, great quality camera on that phone. So I've been using this little in-charge cable off and on still, not a huge amount. I did just pick up an external battery pack for charging my iPad and phones and other devices. So finding with the battery pack, it's actually quite useful if you have it in your backpack or whatever, and you just need a short link cable between your juice and your phone or your tablet or whatever it is. These little cables work quite well for that, but other than that, not using that a whole lot. Emergency cash stash there, just with 20 bucks in it. That's everything on the keys. Trucker car keys, of course. I think I've said before, I keep these on one of these locking S-Biners, and somebody mentioned this in the comments last dump I did, that the locking ones are so much better and these sometimes fail. I haven't had one of the regular S-Biners fail on me recently, or maybe even at all, I can't remember. But the S-Biner locking ones are really good because they have this little turn dial in the middle if you haven't seen them. Just turn that around and there's absolutely no way that's coming off your keys. So I keep a set of truck keys and my wife's car keys with one of these locking ones on it, and just clip those on and off depending what vehicle I'm using or whether I'm on foot or whatever. So that's pretty handy. That Classic we spoke about already. Down here I have my new everyday carry pen, which is 0 tolerance 0010 earth brown, EB for that, and tactical style pen. Not really into the tactical aspect, but I do dig the look of this and definitely enjoy writing with it. It's a really, really nice pen. So glad I picked one of these up. And by the time this dump goes up, the full review of this should be posted. So I might put a link to that in the description, or just go search my channel. There'll be a full review and also an unboxing vid on this. So really nice pen. And now I think that I've kind of incorporated a full-size pen into my rotation. I think it's going to be really hard to get rid of because I just find I'm using it so much, and all those times that I used to use my cell phone to make really awkward and annoying digital lists, I mean, they're great because they're backed up. You can share them, this and that, okay, but there's still something about making a list on a bit, a scrap of paper, whatever you have in your pocket with a pen, that is hard to beat, and I find it so convenient. So I think carrying a pen is probably something that's gonna stick with me. Probably picking up some new ones in the next year. Sorry about that gurgling noise in the background, guys. I'm not urinating on the floor here. That's just the drainage of my house, and someone's upstairs having a shower, so sorry about that. Main blades in the last little while have been this one, which is a Spyderco Bob Terzola design Starmate, and it's very, very dirty, as you can see. I'll give that a wipe first. Really, really nice saber grind blade in VG10 steel. Spidey hole opening, of course. And if you saw my recent knife ramble video, you'll know my thoughts on that and mode of deployment. Liner lock design. Quite a beefy knife, fairly large blade, really fills my hand. But reasonably ergonomic, nice user, a lot of fun to play with, and not too fat to carry because it has these nice flat-sided slabs of G10 on there. And yeah, just a really, really cool blade. Really enjoy this one. At the moment I have a small pull paracord lanyard on there just to pull it out of my pocket. That bead being my own design, just put that on there, wood cord brass bead. So just rocking that for now, quite enjoying it. A little bit of a big knife for a lanyard, but I was looking for somewhere to put this, so this is where it ended up. So there you go, let's show you the deployment on that. Really, really smooth knife. Definitely a nice carry piece, a little large for EDC maybe. But I've grown to carry larger knives over time and got used to that, so it doesn't really bother me. The other one here is a Budget World beater, and I think everyone knows this by now. This is the Ontario Rat 1. Let's just see how fast that was again. Yep, that's pretty crazy for a non-assisted knife. This is a beater, as you can see, but I just really enjoy carrying this because it's a lot of fun to use. I'll say it's steel, maybe isn't the best, but ergonomically I quite like this knife. It's a good size for my hand, nice flat grind on it, and yeah, it's something I don't mind beating on. So liner lock, of course, so really pretty fun knife to carry and also to play with. You can see there, you can Spidey flick it out with the thumb studs. Really, really fast firing knife for being manual, and fairly smooth too. So that's the Ontario Rat 1 in all black. Show you that there. You've seen that before on my channel anyway, if you've watched for a little while. Secondary backup or Swiss Army knife, whatever you want to call it. Two models here at the moment I've been using a lot. This one I picked up recently, that's why it's kind of been in the rotation. This is the Victorinox Popular, bit of a vintage model, and I think this is pre 86. Just a really nice two blade design, very simple, large penknife blade and small penknife blade. But for food prep and just everyday carry, for having a small backup blade, really pretty hard to beat. Maybe not the thickest handle to fill your hand and get a grip on, so that can be a little bit awkward, but let's be honest, it's not a hard use knife. So for the sort of task you'll be using this for, letter opening, food prep, that kind of thing, trimming loose threads, that sort of stuff, perfectly adequate. So really, really nice red ALUX scales, old cross there, of course, and just got a little lanyard on it here to pull out little leather sheaths. So that's been in the bottom of my front right pocket. As has this on occasion, which is the one-handed Trekker German Army edition, and really nice one-handed knife, locking blade, of course, so it has that extra functionality or extra usefulness. There's a part serrated edge, which I actually really don't mind on this knife, the serrations being in the front 2/3 of the cutting edge, and I actually find that quite useful. It's pretty good for cutting through some rougher material quickly, certainly for breaking down cardboard boxes, that sort of stuff, sorting out the recycling. It's a really, really good companion. So that has large blade in it. What else do we have in here? We have the usual large cat lifter and large flathead screwdriver wire bender crimper. We have the can opener, small flathead. What else? Saw, which doesn't get used very much at all. Sorry, I don't know if that was on camera there. It doesn't get used very much at all, but it is there if you ever need it. And on the back we have the 3D Phillips, which is always nice. I was forgetting there that the large flathead is locking as well, which is always very useful. Makes for a nice sturdy screwdriver. And same in the back, you have the 3D Phillips, which is pretty useful as well around the house. So yeah, just a good all-around tool. Quite large, quite bulky for the bottom of the pocket, but you know, I don't let that put me off. I like to carry all my knives and tools and gear at one time or another, so you know, the size factor isn't enough to put me off carrying this and enjoying it for a little bit now and again. So this has been something I've been using at the moment. So there it is, guys. I think we went over everything there. As I say, the phones, Samsung Galaxy S6. And yeah, that's about it. That's all the stuff that's been in, around, and on me. So thanks for watching as always. And I wish everyone all the best for the holidays and New Year. I'll be back in 2016 with some more gear dump, knife, and SAK videos. Cheers and have a great day.